Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching, then you are connecting and meeting with very inspiring women from Ukraine right now. And here, Antonina is the translator today. So four of us actually spent the time together last October in Ukraine when I was visiting. And Antonina was the wonderful translator who is also studying sustainable development, doing master's. So very inspiring lady. But today we are going to together focus on two ladies, Mariana and Valeria, right here.
Hello.
So let's go to Mariana first. Would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Доброго дня всій аудиторії.
Hello everyone, I am Mariana and I represent in fact the charitable organization titled The Power of Uzhhorod, and Uzhhorod is a city which is located in the western part of Ukraine, particularly Zakarpattia, and so the number of people who live here is conventionally 1,000 and 15,000. However, due to the war, the number has increased radically because of the flow of internally displaced people from other parts of Ukraine.
Оскільки Закарпаття межує,
So Zakarpattia is located near the borders with several countries, right? So Hungary, Slovakia, Poland, and Romania. And in fact, all the evacuation trains that were arriving from the eastern part of Ukraine, so Zakarpattia, in fact, here to Zakarpattia. So this was the point where IDPs had an opportunity to stay for a while, to be fed, and then they just moved to other countries.
І евакуаційні потяги дуже часто долали дуже великий шлях.
We were the first people, so the people from the team of the Power of Uzhhorod who were meeting people at the train station. And I must admit that the conditions in which these people were traveling by train from different parts of Ukraine to Uzhhorod were really horrible, in terms that people had no water, and the very trip lasted for much longer than it is usually scheduled, right, because of the constant shelling.
І наша команда налічувала сотні
So I want to underline that when the war broke out and the flow of people was really high, so it's not only our team, right, the team of the Power of Uzhhorod, but also hundreds of volunteers from Uzhhorod with great souls. So they joined this initiative. So they were helping with everything. When we were meeting people, right, at the train station, so we tried to provide different kinds of aid. So that was hot meals, so that was psychological aid, that was social aid, then also medical aid, as well as we dealt with the coordination direction. So for instance, trying to help the accommodation for those people who were arriving. And in fact, this intensity of work was continuing up till June of 2022, when the flow of people started to decrease. So this was the intensity till June of 2022.
Let me just pause here and then introduce Valeria to the audience as well, because what inspired me when I was visiting was the fact that these women, not only two of them, but these women are all business people. They had their own businesses. So Valeria, could you give us an introduction of you?
Всім привіт.
So hello
В житті
everyone,
я
I am Valeria
ріелтор-власниця
and
агенції нерухомості.
yeah,
Тобто це
surely
вже 18
before
років,
the
коли
war
був початок
broke
війни,
out,
це 15 років, я
I
мала
was already
власний
doing my
бізнес,
business.
виховую
I
3
am
дітей.
an
Ну і в
estate
перший день
agent,
війни,
so I have my
коли
estate
повномасштабно це
agency,
сталося,
and at that
то,
period,
звичайно,
that
закинуто
was
було все.
15
Ну, і
years of
робота,
experience
і
at that
все. Ми просто
estate
йшли на
agency
повну
market.
всім допомагати
And of course, and
людям.
I am a mother to 3 children. And when it all happened, all the things were put away, right? Like the family, the personal business, because we joined the efforts, we joined this movement to help the people.
Yeah, and just for the audience, right? Like also Mariana is a business owner and she has a food business. And what really inspired me when I was visiting and having dinner at her restaurant was hearing this story of what they actually did, and how many people they fed. So can you talk about that, Mariana, and also Valeria, you can add in as well.
Так, я дійсно займаюся ресторанною справою вже
So
11 років.
yes, indeed,
І мені
I
це
own
дуже
my and I
допомогло,
have been an
цей
owner of
досвід
my
мені дуже
restaurant
допоміг у
for
цій
many
справі,
years, and
коли треба
this
було на вокзалі
experience did
накормити
contribute
сотні
to
тисяч
that.
людей.
What was I able to do
І
when
насправді у мене
this
також є
ordeal
сім'я, чоловік,
fell
двоє діток.
on the lives of our
Всі ці
people?
справи в такий
So
момент
in fact, yes,
виходять на
I'm
другий
also
план.
a mother to 2 children, and I have
Це
got my
не питання
husband.
вибору, а
But
це питання,
when
напевно, внутрішнього поклику.
the moment
І я вважаю, що найбільша цінність
of
людини
sorrow,
це не те,
when
що
this
вона має, а те, що вона
disaster,
віддає іншим. Це
as
важливо.
such a disaster as war happens, you forget for everything, about everything. It's not now the question of choice, but it's just your inner state, and it's just something from inside that calls you to do what you are ready to do at that very moment.
I totally agree. Like what you have done is amazing and continue to do as well. Valeria or Marianne, would you mind also talking about the orphans in your area and what you have been doing to address the issue of orphans?
Може, Валерія?
First of all, I want to admit that
before the war launched, so that was particularly about 7 years that we had been doing this kind of work with orphan homes. So we provided different kinds of help to those. And then when the war broke out, it happened so that many orphans were relocated, right? So the very orphan homes were relocated to Zakarpattia, yes, from Dnipro, for instance.
Ну, і ми розуміли, що
as I have mentioned, orphans from those areas, the eastern areas, were arriving, and we realized that the level of funding was really poor, yes, was really low, and that's why we decided that we had to take action, and we wanted to take action to contribute to the situation of these children, because some of these children became fatherless and motherless due to shelling.
And you were saying when I was visiting that not all of the children at the facilities we visited were totally orphaned. They might have a parents, right? But somehow they can't be with them. Would you mind talking about that?
Так, не всі є сиротами,
we can speak about 3 categories of children. So some of them are orphans because they have either no father or no mother. But there are 2 other cohorts of children, and one cohort, for example, when parents are deprived of parents' rights, right? And another category is that children come from vulnerable biological families. But we don't differ, we don't distinguish between, like, you know, those who are parentless, between these three categories, because all of them are in need of help. And I do not know just how to call sometimes, you know, parents who are only biological parents, right? So they do not care like much about their children. And Masami, as you saw, we do not only speak about the help which is material, right? Which is about providing food or just doing the repair works. No, this is first of all about love, about the provision of these, you know, embraces, right? Hugging. So this is the first thing that you can feel when you just enter facilities like these.
I've experienced that myself when I was visiting with you, and how much your visit mean to those children. Yeah, and today the reason why we got together, you know, I feel like I should have done this before, but the reason why we came together is also because of International Women's Day. And somehow, when I was visiting Ukraine, I did not expect that I was going to experience such profound power of women and love of women. And I want to thank you for showing that to me. And so would you like to share just one thing with the global community, especially women around the world who may be dealing with different kind of issues too, but also care about you? What would you like to say?
Я хотіла би порадити.
So my message to the women of the world is the following: to never give up, despite the abhorrent circumstances, to never give up. Just try to focus on something that might seem to you, you know, not really important, you know, some small steps, because, you know, just in that what you do, whatever small steps can be, so you understand that you can contribute to the creation of something good and not to the evil. And just we should remember that, like, that we want that the light, right, overcomes over darkness, and these little actions that we do every day can contribute to the creation of the common good.
І пам'ятайте, жінки, що
And please always remember, dear women of the world, that you are the most beautiful creatures on this planet. So never forget about it.
Wow. Valeria.
Ну, на мою думку,
You see, just do it.
Just do it.
That's a fantastic and a concise phrase, but full of a sense. So I think that every woman has a gift, and this is probably something inborn. What I mean is the gift and the willingness to take care of somebody. And we do not only speak about, you know, taking care of your own children, yeah, or your near and dear ones, but if we speak about orphans, say, right, it's not difficult at all, for example, just, you know, to organize a party for children at least once per month. So it's important to remember about it. And in fact, yes, so that is something that Mariana has mentioned previously. We cannot say that there are children and they are not my children, so I don't care. So all the children, so they are just like our children, right? Despite the fact whether we are biological parents or not biological parents, right? Because they are like the bloom of this world, just so the future generations.
And you know, on this day, I'm so glad that we managed to connect. I wish I could keep talking, but time is up for now. So until next time, we really want to wish you safety, and please send our love to the children.
Дякуємо. Ми також дуже вдячні, дуже надіємося на це.
Yes.
Дякую.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Дякуємо.
you so much.
Дякую.